This is a beer like no other in the United States. Why is this a beer like no other? Well, it has all New Zealand imported malt, and it has all New Zealand imported hops. Here at Treehouse, we have become enamored with the country of New Zealand, having visited there last spring and planning a trip for this coming spring. And the reason that we love it so much is that the hops that are grown there make beer that's like no other. And to take that a step further, Hare Ra is the second in our series of beers that contains not only New Zealand grown hops, which is very common here in the United States, but we also took the extra step of importing New Zealand grown and malted barley from our friends Gladfield Malt. This beer's name, Hare Ra, which in Maori language in New Zealand means goodbye. And this is the double IPA rendition of a beer that we named Kia ora, which is the New Zealand greeting, which means hello. So in this series, we have a beer called Kia ora, which is an homage to the Maori language and the very famous greeting in New Zealand. And this is the conclusion to that series, which means goodbye. So what does this beer contain structurally? It contains a wonderful hop bill of Nelson, Pacific Sunrise, and Riwaka, each of which were very meticulously sourced to be the best of what we found when we were in New Zealand.
Oh my goodness, they're so sweet.
The Nelson lot that went into this batch, we actually had the pleasure of smelling when we were in the field as it was being harvested at Garston Hops. And then as a follow-up to that, we used Riwaka in this particular batch that was grown and identified as some of the best by Eggers Hops. So enough talking about this beer, let's take a look at it. Oh, so vibrant. God, it's beautiful, turbid yellow color, pours into the glass, but wonderful opaque yellow color in the glass, beautiful billowing head. Now, I said that this is a beer like no other, and that's primarily because of the malt contained within this beer. If you're a home brewer or you're a connoisseur and beer drinker, fan of Treehouse or fan of craft beer in general, the base malt of a beer can actually contribute a ton of character to what you experience in this glass. So here at Treehouse, we use a dozen base malts across our entire lineup, all of which or most of which are grown in the United States. This particular batch has grain that we imported for the first time here at Treehouse into the United States. And it gives this beer a texture and an underlying sweetness that's like nothing we've ever had before. Let's give it a try. My favorite part. Whoa. Whoa. Wow. Wonderful. So that Riwaka note comes through as like ruby red grapefruit. And then there's this wonderful earthy citrus and like Sauvignon Blanc note. And then the Pacific Sunrise is kind of like a woody tropical fruit character. And it creates this super rich, delicate beer. And in the end, it has this malt character that to me presents as very sweet and very pleasant. But wow, again, I don't know that I've had a beer with a texture like this one. The mouthfeel especially is like velvet. Again, hopefully, Michael, you're picking that up on the cam. In the glass, the foam on this glass is super clingy, super rich, the texture and mouthfeel. The bubbles that were created within this malt structure were super, super tight and foamy. You know, if you look at that, as I move the glass around, wow. Treehouse, we often talk about the romance behind the way that a beer is composed, not only the way that it tastes or it presents itself in the glass. As consumers, that's certainly important. But to us as craftspeople, we put a ton of heart and energy into the idea and the story behind the creation of beers like Hare Ra. In this glass contains malt that came into the United States from almost 10,000 miles away for the first time. And it combines hops that are grown on the northern part of the South Island at a place called Eggers Hops. And then all the way down south and west of Queenstown, there's a small baby farm that just started in 2016 called Garston Hops. And when you combine all those things together, in something made right here in Massachusetts, we find the result to be truly magical and elevated by the story that each can contains. This particular beer, Hare Ra, is currently available at every Treehouse location in Massachusetts until it's gone. I would say if you want to try it, certainly act fast because we don't have any more of this malt coming to the United States for several months. If you want to try it, get out here and give it a try. For those of you that are subscribers to the channel, hopefully you made it this far into this video. Watching videos to the end is a huge help to us. I know many of you guys are here on the channel because you like to watch me suffer through a macro lager tasting, but the truth is our heart and soul rests within these cans that we put onto the market and into your loving embrace each and every day. If you guys enjoyed this type of content, please comment below. It's a huge help to us, as is subscribing and liking this video. Have a great day, and Hare Ra.